Hello, this is the Share button template at SharePoint-dashboards.com. This is a button that you can add to a SharePoint list or library, which will allow users to click on it to easily share an item record from a SharePoint list or a document from a SharePoint library. You can see the button appears in a column. This is different than the out-of-the-box SharePoint share button, which is something that adjusts permissions. That may be something that you want to avoid doing. This is different. It will simply open an email dialog so you can share a link to that list item record or to that file from a library. This is easy to set up. You first need to indicate whether you are doing this for a list or a library. And the functionality is a little bit different in terms of the email depending on what you pick. In the setup, you need to make a reference to the field that will be referenced in the email. So for a SharePoint list, normally that's going to be the title field, and that's going to be the case in my example. And even if you've renamed the title field, you need to make sure you reference that as title. You could reference another field name if you wish, but normally the title field, which is a default field for SharePoint lists, will be what you want to reference there. The other things that you need to reference are the friendly name of the SharePoint list. So in my case, it would be task assignments with a space. And then I need to reference whatever is in the URL. So that would be the second reference in there. So this list in the URL is like that, task assignments. Sometimes there's some formatting codes depending on whether you had a space in there. So what you want to do is paste that in for the URL name and then the friendly name for the email with the space in it would be above that. That's everything that you need. So this is going to give us the link for a SharePoint list. So I'm going to copy that template, follow the directions in the box, and then I can use this column I've set up and just paste in your code and save, and that will give me the share button. And now you'll see when I click on this, it opens up an email with the hyperlink for me, and then you just put in the name of the person that you want to email. Okay, so let me get rid of that. And then the other option is doing this for a SharePoint document library. Now, there is an additional requirement. If you're going to do this for a SharePoint document library, you do need to create a special view which must be named Share. And this will need to have a special setting in the view settings. So if I go to edit current view, I'll show you what that setting is. If you scroll down towards the bottom of the settings, you're going to see that there is an option under folders. You need to make sure you change from the default. We need to make sure it is set to show all items without folders for this view. And that will set up the functionality that we need for this library. So for the library, I need to indicate in my settings instead. Now I'm doing library. And then for the list name, the friendly name, in my case it's just documents. This is just the friendly name for the email, so I'll say documents. However, when I look in the URL, you'll notice there is that character because there is a space in the name of share document. So that is the second reference I need. That goes in the second slot where it says list URL name. And then that's it. I'm ready to go. I can copy this template. Just click the copy button, follow the directions in the box. Just like the other one, I go to my column which I created, format this column, select all, paste, and save. And this is going to create a link that's a little bit different than the other one. We'll try it out. Okay, so this is going to bring me to a filtered view on that library. Let me discard that. And if I come back in SharePoint, you'll see how it works. Oops, I lost my hyperlink. 1 second, let me try that again. So there's my URL. Just need to make sure I copy that, right? Try that one more time. There it is. So I was copying and pasting too fast. You can see what it does. It takes us to the shared view, and then it's going to filter it down to that specific item. So that's how the library link works, and we have to make sure we have that view in place. That's all there is to it. So you can use this option both for SharePoint lists and SharePoint libraries. Of course, you can change your colors and icon, whatever you prefer. That's up to you. And that's it. This template is part of the subscription package at SharePoint-Dashboards.com. If you have not yet used this tool, you can sign up to get access to 21 free templates. So I hope you'll go to the link below the video and check it out. Thank you very much.